the Avengers are cooked. The Avengers are going to get their asses beat by Doctor Doom. Now, if you want to really break down the Avengers Doomsday trailer, I could tell you, well, they're going with one version of Doctor Doom. They are going with God Emperor Doom, which, on the surface, I don't mind. Also, no, that's not anyone else at the start of the trailer with the voice. That is Robert Downey Jr. doing a comic-accurate Doctor Doom. Now, there are all these comics purists, I'm looking at you, Shine Comics, and other people who will tell you, well, you know what? This movie is not comic accurate, so I'm not watching it. First of all, Doctor Doom has his comic accurate costume. He has his comic accurate voice. The way that he speaks is comic accurate. I don't really know what more you can possibly ask for. Like, what? Do you want him to have, like, his specific green cloak? Like, is it perfect? No. But dare I say, this is the best Doctor Doom that we've gotten in live action. And we've seen him for 4 frames. 4 frames! They completely just went over the fact in every other iteration that he's from a different country. He is literally an emperor of Latveria. He is a conqueror. They forget about that. They just literally skip to the, oh, well, he's evil. But then Hollywood has whitewashed Doctor Doom, and people think, oh, he's like every other villain. No, he's not. No, he's not. Doctor Doom, for the love of the game, will go and try to conquer other countries. He doesn't want to destroy the world like he has tried to do in other Fantastic Four movies. He wants to conquer the world and rule it because he believes that he is the one who should rule the world, because in his mind, he thinks that he is the only one that has all the right answers. Have y'all read any of the, not comics, the Doctor Doom novels? The Doctor Doom novels let you get into his head about who he really is. And you really get to see who he is as a character. I am telling you that the people that are telling you that this is inaccurate to Doctor Doom are lying to you. They are lying to you. Now, another point of note is that they're teasing us at the end with Steve Rogers. Because Liam called it before anyone else did. Now everyone's hopping onto the train. Shout out Prism, who's also known as my brother Liam. He called it back last year when Doomsday was gaining steam within the online world. He was like, "What's the movie after this?" I said, "Secret Wars." He said, "They're doing the Dark Avengers." That scene with Thor fighting against Doctor Doom is at the start of the movie. Thor is working with Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is going to manipulate Thor into working with him and tricking all of the rest of the Avengers to lead them right to him. Steve Rogers is working with Doctor Doom. All of the OG Avengers will be working with Doctor Doom. All the OG superheroes will be working with Doctor Doom. Except, I think, for maybe Deadpool and Wolverine. All of the new Avengers will be walking into a trap, and that's exactly what Doom wants. He's setting this up perfectly. He is setting this up perfectly. If you look at it from face value, does it look inspiring? No. It really doesn't look all that great. However, if you read a lot of comics like I have, then you know where this is. Then you know where this is going. You know exactly what is about to happen. Now, I will be shocked, and I will come onto this platform, and I will tell you if I am incorrect. You know why? Because I have integrity. I don't say something, and then when I'm proven to be incorrect, double down on it, or try to twist the narrative to make it that I was right the whole time when I clearly wasn't. If I'm wrong, then I'll say so. However, I would be shocked if they do not do the Dark Avengers. I would be shocked if we don't get Captain Hydra, either at the end of this movie or in Secret Wars. I think that's the only path that they have left with bringing back all of the OG Avengers. I really do. I think that's the only thing that they have, is to do the Dark Avengers route. Now, I've said this before. The problem is, the leader of the Dark Avengers is Norman Osborn, not Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom has had heralds, and he's had Doombots. However, he views himself as higher than everybody else. So for him to have equals would be a change of character. However, I am willing to give this a chance and be charitable to it. So far, I'm happy with Doom. I am kind of a little bit annoyed about the Avengers roster. Of the literally thousands of characters that you could possibly pull from in what is essentially a reset of the MCU, you go with like, here's the thing. Are they supposed to win in this movie? No. But you look at the Infinity War roster compared to this, and it's like, are they gonna beat Doctor Doom? Because let me tell you something. Doctor Doom is not Thanos. Doctor Doom bitches Thanos out any day of the week. Doctor Doom would give Darkseid a run for his money. Yes, I mean that. Doctor Doom would give Darkseid a run for his money. He might even beat him. Doctor Doom is that motherfucker. So, are you really telling me that Red Guardian, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Ant-Man, Yelena, and like, who else is fucking there? The agent, whatever the fuck, Bucky. Like, yes, the Fantastic Four, they solo Doom all of the time. That I'm not mad at. But to try to throw out there this new team of Avengers when they barely beat Thanos with the OG Avengers, they had to use a stimulus package in order to beat Thanos. They traded all of their first round picks for like, it would kind of be like if like you had like 10 first round picks and then you traded it all for like Tom Brady. That was how they won in Endgame. They sold everything to win. They don't have that this time around. All of the OG Avengers are already on Doom's side. So how do you advertise that the Avengers got a shot? They have a chance when they clearly don't. Like, here's the thing. Will I go see this? Yes, because the Roller Rome cast will have to review this. However, here's the thing. Here's a thought process, right? So it's already an inevitable conclusion what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Anybody with a fucking brain knows what's going to happen. So my thought process is, why am I going to go see this? Well, I just want to see what happens with Doom. And I'm curious to see how many scenes that he's in. And I'm curious to see if Robert Downey Jr. actually delivered a performance worthy of the Doom character. It would be kind of funny if Robert Downey Jr. is the best live-action Doctor Doom that we have ever gotten. That would be hilarious. Let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure to comment. Tell me if you're excited. If you're not, tell me what your predictions for this movie are. Let me know what you think, and I will be back at you soon with another video. Alright, love y'all. Peace.